Before I get you out of here, we're talking with Charles Davis, NFL on Fox and NFL Network. The draft just around the corner. Arizona State, 2 players. One of them in particular, Brandon Aiyuk, is getting a lot of buzz and a lot of belief in him as a high pick, first round type, late first round. What do you see out of Brandon Aiyuk, the former Sun Devil receiver?
I love him. I think he's just Mr. Big Play waiting to happen every time the ball snaps, whether it's running routes, whether it's returning kicks. Every time the ball goes in his direction, there's a potential for a big play. In my, for whatever it's worth, my rating scale, I have him rated as a better prospect than N'Keal Harry coming out last year, who ended up going at the bottom of the first round. Wouldn't surprise me at all with Brandon Aiyuk that we start talking about him, let's say in the 20s of the first round, because I think there's going to be a decent run on receivers, and I think he's going to be one of the ones that will go.
And Eno Benjamin, what do you see in Eno's space for draft day?
Oh, he's one of those guys. My former colleague, Mike Mayock, is now the GM of the Raiders. He always had that little term that we used to joke about all the time, quicker than fast, because when you watch Eno, that's what he is. He is quick, great cuts, whirling dervish, loves to spin moves, things of that nature. I don't know that he's the fastest guy you'll ever see, but more than fast enough and quick enough. I thought he did a nice job for himself, obviously, during his career and during the postseason run-up before everything got shut down. As it goes, you and I both know running backs, people are having a little more of a cautionary tale yet again because Todd Gurley got the money. That didn't pan out totally after a couple of good years. Last year, the Cowboys spent a ton of money to bring back their number one guy, Ezekiel Elliott. They end up not making the playoffs. You get the idea. I think people may be a little more cautious on that. Wouldn't be surprised at all if just one, maybe 2 running backs go in the first round. Wouldn't surprise me at all if it was just simply one. But then we'll get a run on runners, 2nd, 3rd, 4th round. And Benjamin will be one of those guys in that wave.
Final question, Arizona Cardinals, and now with the Hopkins trade, looking at wide receivers before that, seemed like the natural space. A lot of buzz now about looking at interior linemen on the offensive side to protect Kyler Murray. What do you see for the Cardinals?
Well, sitting where they are right now without people jumping them and, trades and changes, I think they'll have an opportunity to pick one of the top offensive tackles in the draft if they so choose. Whether it's Andrew Thomas of Georgia or Tristan Wirfs from Iowa or Mekhi Becton, the massive man from Louisville, or Jedrick Wills from Alabama. One of those 4 should easily be, maybe even 2 or 3 of them could easily be available for the Cardinals to possibly pick. If they wanted to go defensive line, is Derek Brown from Auburn still available? Javon Kinlaw from South Carolina? One of those 2 should be available at that point. So if they did decide to go receiver, obviously sitting there, they'll get their first choice of a great crop, because I don't see any receivers going before that number. Maybe Carolina, perhaps at 7, but I doubt it. I think Carolina and Arizona are both teams that could go receiver, but would probably eschew it and go ahead and say, let's go big. We need big people. And for all the right reasons. Got to take care of Kyler Murray so he can throw that football around.
Always good to hear your voice. Always good to catch up. Stay safe. Thanks for the time as always, Charles.
Hey, you do the same. Please be safe, you and everyone who can hear us, and take care of yourself. Thanks for having me.